A freshly Zambonied ice means the Sabres actually now done with practice. They wrapped up just about 12:30 today with everything that happened out on the ice. And the major thing that we at least I saw, Tyler Ennis did return to the ice, and he was actually working in some battle drills. He wasn't on a specific line, but he did get a lot of work in with Ryan O'Reilly and Kyle Poso. It was good to see Ennis back out on the ice and kind of dealing with defenders, bugging him, hitting him against the boards and things like that. Tyler Ennis, obviously a skill guy. The hands are what are so impressive with Ennis, and you could just see that in the small display that we watched today at practice. But he admitted, because let's be real here, at the beginning of the year when he was in the lineup, he didn't really do much. So after practice today, he says he doesn't know exactly when he will return, but when he does, he needs to improve his game.
Yeah, I just got to bring, a lot more than what I've had in the last, since my start. I got a lot more to give and, a lot more to contribute. So I can't wait to get back and play a lot better.
And Ennis returning could be a big factor for the Sabres. Now, if he plays like he did in the beginning of the year, it really won't matter, quite frankly. But if he is the player that we saw a couple of years ago, then that could really be a nice addition to this team. Now, they are scoring more goals. That is for sure compared to how they started. But still, they don't score a ton. Now, since the new year has started, they have 11 goals in their first 3 games. That's pretty good. They're not going to keep up at that pace. And the Sabres do have a problem. When they don't get scoring from their top 6, that means Eichel, Reinhart, Oposo, O'Reilly, Kane, when those guys don't score, the Sabres are in a big world of trouble. Now, in the Winnipeg game, you just can look to a couple days ago. They got secondary scoring, and that kind of sparked the comeback. Foligno had a goal. Girgensons had a goal. Ryan O'Reilly had the first goal, and then Gianta had the last goal. So when you get that secondary scoring, it makes winning games easier because you don't have to rely on those top-end guys. Now, more likely than not, the top-end guys aren't going to get shut out of a game. They're going to at least contribute in some sorts. But when they struggle, if you can get secondary scoring, that helps a lot. Now, Tyler Ennis could be a guy that could bring that secondary scoring. Now, if he's playing on a first line with Oposo and O'Reilly, obviously that's not secondary scoring, but then it bumps players down into the lineup and kind of spreads things out. So that's what I'm looking for, at least when Ennis does come back. I don't know for sure when it will be, but it looks like it is inching sooner and sooner. Also today, William Carrier was back on the ice. He kind of worked in on lines, as did Justin Bailey, so they didn't have a for sure spot. We'll kind of see what happens with the lineup tomorrow against the Philadelphia Flyers here at home. I don't expect Ennis to play. He said he doesn't know yet. Dan Bylsma kind of said that he won't. Also, Dmitry Kulikov and Josh Georges, they didn't practice today either. Kulikov, Bylsma said he wants to call it day-to-day, but you really can't at this point because when he says that, he misses more time than a day. Josh Georges is day-to-day. So we'll see what happens with them. Fedun, Falk, those guys were out here practicing. So I expect a similar lineup to what we saw on Saturday. Tomorrow night against the Flyers, we'll just have to wait and see.